Sunday on the road at Toronto.
Was he passing the ball? I thought he was trying to shoot.
Apparently so. Holmgren.
3 of our game provided there by Nick Nurse, and I understand what a pass there by Williams. And this is something that you're going to see a lot from this Thunder team. Ball movement and man movement.
This is Holmgren, who hit the early 3 in offensive struggle. Holmgren 6 points in less than 3 of their last 5 as Tobias had Embiid going early. Doesn't work out.
Doesn't work out into their favor, but again, you know, him being off for such a long layoff here, it engages him that he's back in this system and ready to go.
Here's Josh Giddey, comes in off his triple-double at the Garden. And
added shooting to his repertoire. There's another steal here for the Thunder. Wiggins,
the steal and the finish.
And they're so deep, and that's what makes them so fascinating, because people are wondering when the shoe is going to drop, but this team continues to win because of these parts are interchangeable. They're all about the same size, and they play so hard, and they play for one another, which is beautiful to watch.
It's happened so organically for this team as Giddey. Shot from Dort. It's what the Sixers have been missing at that end of the floor. Harris, transition 3.
Practices he's been a part of.
So he sits here, plays 4 minutes and 14 seconds as Holmgren already buries his Wiggins on the attack to the cup, lays it up and in, doing it at both ends. Second start of the season for Wiggins. Into the corner, this is Oubre Jr., misses. Offensive rebound, Reed, and he plays it up. Stop on what is the longest road trip of the season for the Thunder. 5 games, 9 days. A team that has taken over sole possession of first in the West. Boy, beautiful setup. Lowry to Reed.
He stepped on a referee's foot at the Garden the other night. Both of them will still be listed as questionable and could play tomorrow night as the Thunder.
It's just been crazy, Jared, to see the levels that SGA has reached. Pretty shot line jumper. So the Thunder started 5 of 7. They're 3 of their last 10. Paul Reed putting his in.
Gordon Hayward, he's going to have a say on this team. Come playoff time, there's a 3 there by Campaign. Ability to have played in the playoffs on this team come playoff time.
Wallace
29. That's all correlation because of how much attention is Embiid.
In Indiana, trying to avoid the play-in tournament. Embiid, little hesitation, late whistle by Embiid's numbers at the time of his injury. Just almost hard to...
Was clicking, and then injuries happen, which they have as well.
Remember, he's won the scoring title each of the last 2 years. Pretty stroke, that time from Wallace. See Embiid a little bit, just trying to get his wind back.
A little winded, yes. Not a lot of lift as well on that shot.
Williams into the corner to Hayward. Shot clock at 7. Hayward elbow J. Perfect. Chances and they come up empty. Embiid posting up. He was fronted and he makes it look easy.
The ball turned. We did a great job of turning the ball for the first 6 minutes, and then the last couple minutes we haven't turned the ball one time.
Surprises a lot of teams because in the NBA, you know, usually your superstar holds the basketball, you know, for 16 to 20 seconds. Not on this team.
Nice little pass underneath. Mark. But it was interesting you asked Degnaud about their offensive style, just his coaching philosophy as Waters fires here. That's it. Long twos. Even at full strength, as you mentioned, Reggie, they change lineups, starting lineups, their rotations in game. Sometimes they're... Isaiah Joe knifes into the pavement, flicks it back to Williams. You can go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Campaign corner pocket 3 splash.
The best of the opportunity.
This is Dort dribbled into some trouble. What a recovery. Standings at number 7, so they can gain some ground on the Heat before they move on to Memphis and then San Antonio. Giddey outside to Dort. Curls to the rack, extends and lays it up and in.
Today has just been one of the wildest days that we've had in the NBA, a season full of strange days. First, the fact that Joel Embiid did not show up to the arena for shoot-around, I think caught a lot of people off guard, considering many of the very credible media reports expected. It does for the top 6 seeds in each conference is gives you a week off. For many teams, that's great. For a guy like Joel Embiid who needs to play basketball.
Which we love. We love the probing there by Jared.
I don't have much going on in my life right now, guys.
Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams, their number 2 scorer. Showing you just how deep and efficient this team is. Embiid, top of the key, Jay.
Able just to raise over him and knock down a 12-footer.
So Embiid's got a dozen. Giddey changed his mind into the corner to Williams. They'll reset as we are inside of a minute left in the half. Isaiah Joe shoots a step back. That's a 3. That's good.
And for those of you who've never seen Isaiah Joe, this young man can absolutely shoot with the best of them, and so can that young man. Comes right back.
So 7-point game. Williams off the deflection. Gets it to Joe, the sharp shooter, and he buries another triple.
Said, listen, he was off for a long time. You could see that on the court. He says otherwise his team was just disjointed on the offensive end and defensively.
OKC taking over sole possession of first place in the West with Denver and Minnesota right on their heels. That is Embiid.
Slowly but surely, you see it coming back.
And another 3-point. Again, they're the number 1 3-point shooting team in the country at better than 39%. Harris.
Good answer there by
Philadelphia meantime, number 8 in the East. Trying to gain some ground on Miami as Lowry bangs in a triple. Before they drop down a little bit, but really outside of Boston, as good as any team in the East. That's a 3.
On the evening for the Thunder.
Kenrich Williams, another undrafted piece. Harris corner 3, that's good. Harris's nature to force it offensively, but they need something from him. A little bit more tonight without Maxey.
Oh,
Williams.
You would think OKC is up double digits here.
Holmgren, that's a 3. Holmgren, a 37% 3-point shooter. High arching shot, boy, that's pretty from Payne. Go 2 for 1 quickly. This is Giddey. Baseline Hayward. Boy, still has that first step. Couldn't put it down. Offensive rebound, Joe, and they're going to reset. Shot clock didn't reset. Here comes Holmgren. The spin. Extends and drops it.
Chip England, who surprisingly worked more on Josh's mental approach than his mechanics. Giddey telling me that he put so much pressure on himself, and England got him to relax, and they did make some changes, though, Reggie, that you'll notice as the dunk goes down for the team.
First game back after 2 months.
And Reggie, that's a man who stands nearly 7 feet 250 in Jalen Williams that he just knocked to the deck. That shot is counted and contacts.
Signs of the team play as well. Fourth quarter versus the Knicks on Sunday.
Reggie see him run the double at Embiid to get it out of his hands into the corner. That pass broken up, Dort to steal.
3-on-1.
Inside, beautiful dime. Wiggins with the angry flush. Unbelievable.
The Warriors for that 10th spot, believe a game and a half behind the Warriors.
Incredible coaching job by Ime Udoka in his first season in Houston. Lowry into the corner, gets it back from Batum. Trying to get around Giddey, who plays terrific defensively. Oubre's going to fire and hits deep shot for the Sixers. Oubre knifes into the paint, little inadvertent contact, no whistle. Off the floor, this is Giddey, leans in against Batum. Still pleading their case with official Murat Kogut. Batum, corner pocket 3, he buries it. Shai's record with 24 made threes.
There's a steal by Reed.
Paul Reed inside. Holmgren wants to go back at him. Inside the spin. Holmgren putting it down and contact. And he's letting them hear about it here in South Philly. In more than 2 months.
Welcome back, big fella.
Lowry the precision passer. And there's Oubre on a dive.
Chasing around Oubre, who's been absolutely on fire here.
Stretch 45 seconds. Harris from deep. Offensive rebound, Embiid. Embiid leans in, boy, taking contact. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. His fourth. He has been sensational at the line this season. Reggie, this is one of those where the officials, have tried to have this as a point of emphasis. Offense-initiated contact. Let's bring in
KC, because of that unsuccessful
25 seconds. As they get set to hit the road for 3 straight, beginning